Hey, whale watchers, welcome to another shake and share. Um, First, we'll talk a little bit. This shake is I'm trying out Daily Harvest smoothies, just to try out some of their different flavors. This one is what they call carrot cinnamon. Tastes a little bit like carrot cake. I also upped it with some serious mass vanilla powder in there and some extra milk, but tastes really good. Because they include nuts, the texture can get a little grainy. And then some of their flavors, I tried one last night, which did not realize, it said it was like chocolate hazelnut or something like that. And it wasn't until I was taking a sip and going, what the hell is that aftertaste, that I discovered that for some reason in a chocolate hazelnut smoothie, they had decided to put that vile weed called kale in there. I hate that stuff with a fiery passion. Not a fan of a lot of green vegetables that have that minerally aftertaste. It just, broccoli, kale, Brussels sprouts, unless, covered with bacon and stuff like that. Those I'll eat, but anyway, so that's the shake of the day. Um, this week has been somewhat eventful for me. I decided to come out of the fridge as a gainer on my Facebook earlier in the week. And then I got a COVID exposure notification on my phone. So then I went and got a COVID test, and I finally got the results today. And thankfully, I'm negative. But still, it's still going on out there. So make sure you mask up and get vaxxed if you haven't already. And it's available. Go get it. You know, Thankfully, even if I do, somehow get exposed, because I'm vaxxed, hopefully it will be asymptomatic or low symptoms. So that's been an eventful week. And yeah, so a couple other things. One, a viewer asked a question of sort of, how is my weight and, been as far as furniture is concerned. Um, so I will note that a week or two ago, no, it's got to be 3 or 4 now at this point, but my home office chair, gave in the ghost. It was only rated for 330, so the fact that it held on as long as it did, it was good. Um, I have a new one that's rated for 500, so not as comfortable as the other one, but um, has can hold my heft, which is important. But as far as other furniture, I'm not one, similar to how I'm not a messy eater. Like, I don't really get into the destructive or messy aspects of being a gainer. Shit happens. Um, I will say, lawn furniture and I, not generally things that are going to get along. Even if the chair holds up, I've found oftentimes if you're actually out in someone's yard that, like, hey, you start to sink. Um, you know, so yeah, so that's, I'm always sort of scoping that stuff out for sturdiness. This chair here that I'm in right now is actually up on some risers, just because, it was rather low to the ground, and made it somewhat difficult to get in and out of. So now it's a little bit easier to get in and out of, because I'm, 3.5 inches higher off the ground. So I'm not sort of, before, it was like hefting up from, like, below the knees. Now I'm at least, just sort of hefting up this way. Um, so yeah, I mean, as some of my earlier videos mentioned, I did get a new mattress from Big Fig that supports, all this heft. One of the best investments I've made so far as fatness. It's definitely held up, to all this weight, and, allowed me to sleep comfortably. And I also upgraded my bed frame, to one that is a bit more sturdy as well, um, you know, than the one I had before. So this way, again, as I get bigger, I don't have to worry quite as much. Um, so yeah, so that's pretty much my answer to the viewer question. Um, and then, as far as, my gaining plans, I'm starting to sort of put together a little bit of a plan for the future. I want to sort of regain some of the stamina that, not the fat so much as the year and a half of lockdown has taken away from me. Back in 2019, I was in the 350 to 380 range and walking everywhere. And, like walking up a hill, I'm going to huff and puff a little bit, but it's not going to, kill me. But after a year and a half of pretty much just, walking from my bedroom to to my living room office, and then once a week going to the grocery store, I've lost that stamina. So I want to get that stamina back. And then I'm considering doing some personal training sessions, where I could hopefully strengthen up, sort of the core and the back a bit, so that this way, later in the fall and into the winter, I can do a big push, and hopefully get to and stay above 400, for a good long time. And then hopefully when I go on the Grommer cruise, I'll be at that 400, plus mark. So that's sort of the plan. One of the other parts of this plan is I'm debating about setting up an OnlyFans. Not going to charge, tons or anything if I do, but just there's been a spate this past week of YouTube going through and, flagging some of my stuff as 18 plus, some stuff that's been up for months. So I don't know exactly what's going on there. Seems to be targeting, ones where I'm not talking, and just sort of, doing belly play of some sort. So, I don't know what's going on there, but, if I'm going to do any more of those videos, I might move them over to a platform where I don't have to be quite as worried about, what is, what YouTube is going to do and come along. I'm not, if I go to OnlyFans, I'm not going X-rated anyway. That's just not my thing. But I would, hope that over there, because they support X-rated, that, I won't have to worry about, oh no, like, I jiggled my belly too much and suddenly the YouTube people, felt it was too erotic. I don't know. Who the hell knows what the hell's going on with this. So anyway, more on that in the future. These videos, likely won't go away. At least these talky ones, as long as YouTube, sticks with it. But yeah, they flagged like 13, I went from like 3 videos being flagged 18 plus to 16 videos flagged 18 plus in the last week. So I don't know what it is they're doing. So so that's about it. If you guys have any questions for future ones of these, feel free to ask them in the comments. And yeah, I'm gonna finish this off, and I will talk to you all later. Got to the nutty bit. It's a little bit chunky. And that's after, I've got a Ninja blender, so it's, that I think would be the one thing I would say so far has been a detriment for these daily harvests, has been a little bit of the texture. but I'll keep experimenting and see if I can come up with ways to, you know, make them good. And if not, I stop the subscription. Simple as that. You know, I just needed a break from strawberry and strawberry banana all the time. So, mm. Ah. All right. Have a great week, everyone.